Good afternoon. On May 21st, 2015, Anne Arundel County Police Department received a report that Karma, a female brown Old English Bulldog belonging to Lori Burgett, was involved in a bite to Tiana Carter, 12 years of age, at 125 Warwickshire Lane, apartment number F, Glen Burnie. Anne Arundel County Animal Control received that report the following day on May 22nd. On May 21st, Tiana Carter was with her friend Daisha stopping by a friend's house at 125 Warwickshire Lane, apartment F, after school. When the girls came to the apartment, Daisha told Tiana to stay at the door, and Daisha went into the apartment to look for an umbrella. It was raining that day. Tiana waited in the doorway of the apartment while Daisha was inside looking for an umbrella. In the apartment, Karma was laying down with Ashley Burgett. When Daisha came in, Karma got up. According to Tiana Carter's statement, she stayed in the doorway of the apartment and the dog came over to her. According to Ashley Burgett's statement, Tiana came in a little bit and Karma went over to her. According to Daisha Scott's statement, I heard the door open and Tiana walked in, then Karma started to bark. Karma barked at Tiana, then jumped up on her and bit her in the lip. Ashley went over and grabbed the dog and put her away. Some of the girls walked Tiana home, and her father took her to Patient First, where she received 3 sutures to close the wound in her lip. I left a message for Ms. Burgett on May 22nd advising her that I needed to speak with her about the incident. I did not receive a call back over the weekend, and I called back on May 26th. I spoke to Ms. Burgett and advised her that due to the severity of the bite, Karma would need to be brought into the shelter for her quarantine. Ms. Burgett brought Karma in voluntarily on May 27, 2015. I received Tiana Carter's statement from her father via email. I received a written statement from Ashley Burgett, who was present at the incident, and Clarissa Burgett, who arrived at the apartment after the incident had occurred. I also received a written statement from Daisha Scott, which was submitted by Ms. Burgett. Upon completion of the investigation at Anne Arundel County Animal Control, it was determined that a dangerous order would be placed on Karma in order to effectively protect public safety.
Okay. Does anyone have any questions for Officer Palm? Would you like to speak now?
You don't
Well,
have
I
any-
have anything to say.
Okay.
I did have one or two questions.
Okay.
The dangerous order states that the date that this happened was May 22nd. You just testified it was May 21st. Just for the record, which one was it?
It was May 21st.
The dangerous order was prepared by you, correct?
Yes, correct.
And it does say May 22nd, correct?
Yes, it does.
And well, you received the statements, and the people from whom you received the statements will probably be testifying, so I will, I'll ask them.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. Do you have a statement you would like to make or anything you would like to add?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Mrs. Burgett? Let's hear from you.
I'd like to make a brief opening statement, if I may.
Okay. And your name is?
My name, I'm sorry, I should give my name for the record. My first name is Roman, R-O-M-A-N. Last name is Choma, C-H-O-M-A. I'm an attorney at the law office of Barry Glazer. Our address is 1010 Light Street, Baltimore, Maryland, 21230.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
The brief statement that I would like to make is that it appears from everything I've heard in this, well, that's my opinion, so it doesn't matter. The law is written in absolutes. If a dog bites, there's going to be a dangerous, potentially dangerous order. Interestingly, in the law, there is a section that talks about being provoked. Just bear with me for a second, because I thought that was interesting. 124402 talks about animals that are a threat to public safety. And subsection 2 under A says bites a person. There are no qualifiers here. There is no, like as an example in part 5, it says without provocation, chases or approaches a person in an attitude of attack. And I find that interesting because it appears to me that from the law, anytime that a dog bites a person, that dog is going to be deemed a potentially dangerous or dangerous dog. And I don't think that that's the way the law reads, but it probably is not what the law intended. There are reasons that a dog might bite that are not the dog's fault.
Right.
And I contend that that's what happened.
Okay. What do you believe happened? Do you believe the dog was provoked in some way?
Well, first of all, there are written statements. Let me put Deja on.
Okay.
May I?
Can I ask, is Deja's parents here?
No.
Okay, is that are we allowed?
I do have permission.
Do you have written permission from her parents? I have not heard from her parents.
You
She's a
didn't call
minor.
her either.
Oh.
No, wait a minute. Okay. Her parents are not here. You have written permission from them for her to...
I do not have, she had called me this morning and told me that she could stay home from school. She stays at my house after she comes home from school. So apparently if she's not going to school today, she gave me permission. She said that was fine for her not to go to school today and to come to here.
Okay, is she here?
Her mother is not here. She is here.
Okay.
Yes. She's the one, she wrote the statement out. I even asked her mother before she wrote the statement, could she write the statement? And she said yes. She never,
I don't have a problem with it.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Would Deja testify from the gallery, from the audience, I guess?
She can come up front.
Okay.
Just pull up a chair near the table,
All right.
or if you...
You sit. I'll stand. Can you tell us what happened? This is not, I'm not going to try to make this like a formal courtroom scene, but, you know, because this is an administrative hearing and it's a little bit more relaxed. But tell us what you remember happening when Karma did the key.
Like the full story?
The whole thing.
Okay.
All that you remember.
Okay. So we got off the bus and it was raining, and me and Tiana usually walk home together. Tiana asked did she have an umbrella because she didn't have a jacket or anything. So I told her yes, but she has to wait outside because the dogs are usually out at that time. So
Can
when
you
I
speak
wa-
up a little bit?
You want me to start over?
No, just
Okay.
make it a little louder.
So when I walked in, I saw a dog sitting down with Ashley, and I asked her, was it Karma? She said yes. So I told Tiana again to wait up there. Tiana walked in and closed the door, and she started coming up, and Karma went away to smell, sniff Tiana. So when I was going to grab Tiana started getting scared. Karma started barking. Then Karma got it because she was getting scared, so scared.
After Karma started barking, did Tiana do anything?
Tiana was like screaming, putting her hands out, like making sure she wouldn't jump up on her.
And this is before, did she make any statements like, she doesn't like me or something like that?
Yes, she said she doesn't like me when she was sniffing her. So I started pulling her away.
But just so I'm clear, you had asked, according to your statement, twice, you had told Tiana to not go in to the house, to the apartment, but she went in anyway. And she closed the door behind her, is that correct?
Yes.
And then when Karma approached her, she screamed and put her hands out, is that correct?
Yes.
I have no questions unless there's,
Question for you. Has Tiana been there in the past with you? Or was that her first time there?
Tiana got permission to stay over, but Karma wasn't there. She was like head up in a cage, and she wasn't out with her.
Was it just one time previously, or, I mean, was this a routine thing to go over
No,
there?
it was only one time.
Okay.
Does the dog have any priors, any history of?
No, we haven't had any contact with the dog.
Okay. Have you had, as an owner, have you had any problem with the dog
No,
interacting with people?
No.
Or other dogs?
no, not at all. None.
Has the dog had any training per se? How old is she?
She's 4.
Okay. Has she-
No, there was never any need. I mean, I walk her on a leash, she's fine with that. I go walking with her all the time. We've never had an issue. I have kids come over and spend the night most of the times, so I never have had an issue, ever.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daisha?
Deja.
You said the dog had been pinned up before. What do you mean? Was the dog kenneled or put in another room?
Put in another room, caged up.
So it's put in another room and caged, kenneled, right?
Well, it just depends. Like, she's in heat, and we have a male, and we're not trying to keep them together. So if she's been in heat, yeah, we put her in another room. But if there's, we don't like to leave them together, just so we don't want to breed them.
Okay. So there
But we
is,
do have a cage, like, if we are going somewhere, we may cage her up if we're, going out or something like that, or my son keeps her in the room.
where was the male?
He was probably he may have been in a cage. I don't know. I was not there.
So who was there?
She was, my other daughter, and my son was. He was in this room.
Where was the male?
He was like getting ready to come out, like going for a walk. So Karma was put up.
He was kind of put up, or what?
Karma was put up so he can get taken out for a walk.
I'm sorry, still didn't understand. Where was
Are you
the
talking
male?
about that day that it happened?
Yes.
Oh, I think he was in Ashley's room, my oldest daughter's room. And she was out.
Neither of the dogs was.
They weren't together, is what I'm trying to say.
No, she's in heat.
Okay.
So when they're in heat, we split them up.
Okay, how old is the male?
He is 3.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
May I ask another
Sure.
question? Did there come a time when you overheard a conversation between Kiana and her dad about what happened?
Yes, when it first happened, she called her father.
And you were there?
Yeah.
Do you remember what she told her father?
She told him that she walked in and the dog bit her, and she said it was her fault.
Okay.
So she said that Tiana called you and said that the dog was her fault. Did she say that?
Okay. This is Mr. Carter, correct?
Yes.
What did your daughter tell you?
Her brother called me and said she got bit by a dog. She wasn't talking on the phone because she was crying. But her brother said she got bit by a dog, and that's all he told me. When I came home, I took it to patient first, and they referred me to Anne Arundel County Hospital.
Okay.
So she never said that it was her fault or anything like
No,
that?
she didn't tell me anything. Talked to her brother.
Okay. And she's not here today, correct?
Tiana's.
Tiana, would you like to tell us what happened?
I think she needs to be smart. I don't think she was smart along with
Yeah,
everybody else.
I'm sure you.
I don't think she wants to talk.
Okay, can you tell us in your own words what happened?
I was going to their house and
Can you speak up, please?
Speak up a little.
I was going to their house and I was waiting for her to get the umbrella. I was standing in the door, well, at the door, and so we didn't see the dog because she was like under the couch, and then when I walked in, she walked out and then she started sniffing me and then jumped up and started barking.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
And then she started sniffing my feet, and then she barked, and then she jumped up.
Okay. And she just did this out of the blue without any warning, or? Are you afraid of dogs as a rule? No?
I have a dog.
Do you have a dog? Have you been around this dog before? And there was no problem the last time you were around her? Okay.
Oh, question for you. When you were standing at the door, were you gesturing or talking loudly or excitedly or anything like that?
I was just waiting.
Just quietly waiting. Okay.
I have a question. Are you the one that said that the dog didn't like you?
I don't remember saying that.
Who said that?
Tiana said that when the dog was sniffing her, she was like, she doesn't like me. So I went to grab her.
Okay. All right.
I would contend that that doesn't meet the definition of provoked. So
No.
she didn't physically do anything to the dog.
Are we at the argument stage yet? I'm not sure
No, I was just
where we are.
pointing it out.
Tiana, may I ask you a question? My name's Roman, how are you? Were you told to stay outside?
Well, she told me that she told me to, but what I heard was that it was okay.
Who told you it was okay?
Well, that's what I heard.
That's what you heard. Do you think that's what she said?
That's what I thought she had said.
So you were standing out, you were waiting outside, and you heard her testify that she told you a second time to wait outside, but you misunderstood and thought that it was okay for you to walk in then. Is that correct? And when you walked in, did you close the door behind you?
I had my hand on the door, but I had closed it.
So you were inside the house, even though you had been told before to not go in the house. I'm not trying to, emphasize it, but
She said she didn't hear being told to stay outside. Is that
she
correct?
did the first time. She did say that she heard it the first time. That the second time.
No. Did you ever hear someone tell you to stay outside? No.
No.
Okay, now you are appealing the order, is that correct?
Yes.
What parts of this order would you like to have removed?
Well,
If we,
may I?
of course.
Okay. I think there are certain parts of the order to which we agree. Those include spaying, neutering. Those include various other things. The problem with calling this dog dangerous is it'll probably move. You've heard that she has people stay over after school and the like, that her children have a lot of friends here, and actually she watches the children until their mothers come. Problem is that a dangerous dog would mean she would have to move.
Okay.
The only options are dangerous or potentially dangerous.
Well,
So is potentially dangerous the preferable option in this case for you?
well, there is also an option of
I know.
overturning
yeah.
dangerous or potentially dangerous. That's not.
I understand. No, but what I'm
Right.
saying is, would
I do understand
potentially
that.
dangerous be better, or would that still be unacceptable?
Well, it's probably, you know your landlord better than I do, so you could probably
I don't
answer
want her
that.
labeled as anything because I have enough witnesses to say or heard her. And it's funny that she said she did not speak to her father on the phone, but when I called and I spoke to her, she told me she was in the house, she did not have permission, and I had this conversation with her.
With,
Tiana. Yes, I called right after. My daughter went over. I said, nope, I want to talk to her. Go over there, and my daughters were checking on her the whole time. I can go along with some of this, but deeming her potentially and dangerous, no.
and the stockade and all those things. Landlord is not going to do that.
No, I know,
It's
and with an
gonna-
apartment.
It's an apartment.
Yeah.
The landlord is not going to do that.